I'm back. Should be okay. Hopefully it's okay. I really, really hope that that fixes the popping sound. I was actually jumping around in the forums today looking for anything like that. I don't want to make you paranoid. It's not bad. I'm just your troubleshooter. I'm here to help you through your stuff while you're a small boy streamer. I do genuinely appreciate it, Henry. Like, that's a major help. I just want to take that precaution, you know, so that so it's not a bad experience for everyone watching. Because I know that if you kind of drag some of those things on, it can really just, like, it can just, I don't know, not be worth sticking around. Pops in your ears enough times, it gives you a headache, and then you're like, well, maybe I'm not going to watch Chris's streams anymore because he doesn't try to fix stuff. Which I'm not complaining either. Like, I 100% agree with that. That's single-handedly one of the things that will get me to stop listening to something like a podcast or even like a YouTube video or something. So it's like, yeah, I definitely get that. Oh, whoa. My bitrate is going crazy right now. Just starting to get loud to mask popping when you're... Start getting loud to mask popping when you are loading in games. Are you saying that it's still happening, or are you just like... Well, I guess we'll find out if it happens again. So did it happen there, Henry? I just killed a guy without looking. I'm really lucky. Ooh. It did. Ah. Yeah, maybe it's an audio driver thing then. I did notice, wasn't it happening with Zelda yesterday, or was that something else? I guess worst case scenario, I could just start playing PC games on a separate machine and just streaming off of two separate, like stream off of one machine, play the game on the other, and that should theoretically resolve that issue. Which I could do that. I avoid using the laptop just because it can't play higher fidelity games. Yeah, so it's consistently in that load screen. How weird. Like at this point, you don't really see those shopkeepers anymore. I'm glad though that the stream isn't laggy like it was yesterday. That was another weird issue. Oop. I'm getting careless. Yeah, nothing for a 4-point combo. Huh. I guess it's just for bragging rights, really. Not that that's bad either. I'm just not generally a fan of... Just not generally a fag of pointless systems. Lag. Raider, so this hasn't been about cats playing with yarn. I'm not sure I understand the joke. I'm sorry, Henry. Oh. But also it could be. You never know. And it's so sad when the coins fall off the cliff, though. I'll just boop him because I can. I almost wonder if maybe there's some kind of perk for not killing those shopkeeper guys. But we may never know. Yeah. Oh, I'm not quite sure how that worked out so well, but it did, and I will not complain. The game lag is so bad that I was mistaking blurred screen with a totally different game? What? Weird. Hopefully that was just on like your internet and not my bitrate or something. Explaining. I see. I'm sorry, Henry. I gotta take everything seriously. You were asking about my cat joke. Oh. Oh, that goes to show my poor memory. Did that hurt me? Or was I already hurt? Probably hurt me. Oh, oh, oh! Ow. I would dig if this game went all Pony Island all of a sudden. You would dig, would you? Eh? Eh? Nah, I'd be into that too. They did kind of choose an interesting, like, sort of, not quite monochromatic, well, sort of monochromatic kind of color scheme. Monochromatic with, like, fluctuating like base colors, but like having everything so silhouetted definitely has a bit of a like could be creepy vibe to it. Oh, he still shot me, but I kind of dig it too. I wonder what the reason for that was, because it could be well, it could be as simple as like easier to animate the sprites kind of deal. Because it's like, yeah, if everything's silhouetted and you can't see detail on things, like, it's pretty easy to animate. And it works out, ultimately. I guess they still could have not silhouetted this character and had it work as just like a flat color anyway, but it makes it for an interesting style choice. Oh. I do really like the music of this game, though. It's pretty fun. Silhouette, shadow, puppet kind of look. Yeah, exactly. Ow. Okay. Well, now to not be so sloppy. I guess the bones are really just how many levels you've gone through in one single run. This would be a cool art style for prototyping, just focus on gameplay. I almost wonder if that was some of the intent behind it. The dev that made this is just a single person. Well, I guess the credits did have 2 people, but I think the second person was the composer. That's my theory, at least. Because Wild Rooster is the publisher of this, but Wild Rooster is composed of just 1 person, and it was also one of those 2 people listed as developers of this. So that's what I think how they kind of handled it. But I think the dev kind of does that, where they just like prototype a bunch of little games. Like they have a handful of stuff on iOS and I think they have one other relatively well-received PC title. But yeah, when you're 1 person, it's like, well, if you can get a prototype feeling good, it might actually just be best to release that, especially if like you don't have the means of really doing much more with the art. Yeah, pop them just 2. Definitely a loading thing. Huh. That's weird. I'll have to dig around on Reddit or something and see if that's something that people have talked about. It is strange that it's been consistently indie games that it happens on, too. Yeah, because it didn't happen on, Civ, did it? Although we had other weird issues with Civ, so I don't know. Those guys break through a stone? Ow. Oh, I haven't gone to the shop in so long. I was excited. Speaking of which, now I don't have any money, so it doesn't matter. Reflect and angle dash. Eh. Well, I guess I've never seen reflect, so... Oh, I thought I had it. Those gun guys get me more than anything else. It's really my only goal for this stream, is to at least beat this once. What? Oh, he must have shot me. Well, worst case scenario, I could just go back to level 1 and kind of grind my way back up, but I feel like when you start, you can just like lose everything in the span of, you know, 5 seconds. So part of me is inclined to think that starting from the beginning is probably not worth that time. It was really nice to get the power dash, though. I think I just need to be better about getting to that shop. Because at this point in the game, you get coins pretty quick, so I should be able to afford most of the things that are worthwhile. I think maybe I'm not so into the idea of increasing the cost in the shop, though. If only because it sort of defeats the point, I guess, of getting more coins in later levels. It just sort of like balances back out to that same level of difficulty. Well, this is definitely a jerk spot. Every time you die, it does a small chirp pop. Sounds like the smoke detector is low on battery. Ooh, that's really unpleasant No wonder why everyone ran away from the stream. Okay, well, this might be a relatively short stream because of that. But yeah, I'm gonna have to find a solution for that because that's bad. Especially for a game where you die a lot. I guess I could just mute the audio. Let's... You know what? I'm just gonna try that. I know it's kind of lame to not listen to this. It's not just you though, Henry. Like, other people have definitely... Oh, it's just you in terms of the audience. Yeah, well, I appreciate you sticking around either way. Redig seems interesting. Feel like... Oh, hey. Well, now I can just go straight to level 4. Can tolerate a bit. Yeah, let me know if you still hear that popping even with the audio off. I guess I could keep toying around with it too to see like, oh, does it happen with music on or does it happen with sound effects on? Because if anything, I could see it being a like sound effects thing but not a music thing, just because of how maybe they load in and out the audio for the levels, and the music is well, I guess it does load in new music for each zone. So yeah, who knows? Oh. Well, hey, at least I'm starting in level 4 now. I guess it was just being weird that one time. What is even happening? Boop. There we go. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. I was like, wait, can I even get down there? Oh, they can break... Okay, so they can break through those stone walls. Okay, so did it pop just then, Henry? I guess as a sort of bad workaround, I can always just mute audio to resolve this until I figure out a better solution. Oh, there goes that coin. Oh boy. I'm just gonna leave. Okay, so without gameplay sounds, this starts feeling odd. You really notice how you focus and go quiet and aren't constantly chatting. And no pop that time. Interesting. Okay, so when I die again, I'm going to turn on the music, but not the sound effects, and see if there's any difference there. Oh, well, there's that. Options, music on. Yeah, and that's why I feel like it's important to have game audio when you can, because yeah, it can get kind of like almost uneasy. That's especially why, like, in GDPG I liked having a co-host, because it's like, well, at least we're always talking to each other. But if it's just me and I'm like hyper focusing on whatever I'm doing, yeah, it can get a little awkward. Oh, you got a pop that time. Weird. Okay, so then let's try just game sound effects. Playing games with these types of different audio settings is always interesting, too. Opt-in options as well. Huh. Yeah, maybe it's just the way that it handles loading in and out audio assets in general. Man, that's a pain. Well, I guess for the rest of the stream I'll just play everything muted. Which kind of stinks, but better than popping in everyone's ears. Or at least in this case, just your ears. Oh, stop me. Yeah, but what a weird issue. Thanks for troubleshooting with me, Henry. Hey, look at that. I'm number 9. Most coins, most bones. Not the most bones I've had. I feel like most bones I had was 12, wasn't it? Maybe that's just whatever's on the server. Might be asynchronous. If it does still pop, though, with all the audio off, then there's something super weird. Guess I don't really need these anymore, though. Ah. Oh, man. These guys are really stressful. Probably better, though, to play this game with all the audio off than Zelda, where it would just be a lot of me making a lot of weird grunting noises. I'm sure that gets a little weird. Especially if you're not, like, watching the screen. Oh, the Spike guys are back. I haven't seen them in a while. Not that I missed them. Whoop. There we go. Ooh. Wow. Narrowly did not die there. Also, womp womp. Didn't get that coin. Bam. Oh. Oof. Yeah, it's really just better to hit those guys before they even notice you're there. Goodness. Yeah, and they see you through the walls, too. That's tough. Oh. I guess really, maybe the right strategy for these guys is to just dash at them. Because if they're just going to bolt toward you no matter what, then if you time it well enough, then you just knock them out before they even touch you. Ah. That was a silly mistake. Huh, wow. White spark, magnet, those are kind of lame anyway. Oh, I got an achievement, Kill Dog. I don't know if that shows up on screen though, since I have it toggled to only show the gameplay. Yeah, because that would be Steam UI. So here's the deal, just doing that, not watching your screen, doing some research for your issue, so only hearing your voice, and Chris, I think you are fine with talking a pacing. Much better to say less and have something to say than be consistent jabberjaw and talk over a game. Well, thank you. I'm glad that I'm not just like speaking nonsense all the time to the point where it's annoying. Because I agree, that's absolutely one of my concerns, especially considering that I kind of like fumble on my words a lot anyway. Okay, I have one more health. Kingdom for some enemy that will give me a heart. Boop. Okay, so I feel like it's better if I kill these guys while I have the drop on them. It means I go out of my way. Oh boy, okay. Guess, whoa. Thank you for shooting the enemy. AKA, or e.g., your own kind. Oh, I'm surprised I survived. Oh my goodness. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Boop. Boop. Oh, that bat doesn't want to wake up. There we go. Okay. Boop you. A boop you. Yeah, it definitely gets a lot more maze-like as you go on. I think that's a good way of kind of like ramping up the challenge, though. Oh, I thought I had him. Also, thank you for trying to look up this issue, Henry. You really don't have to do that, but it is super nice. Ooh. Hey, ho, hey, oh. Well, I guess I shouldn't be too surprised that... Who said I was looking up your issue? I was looking up solutions to opting out of OBS. I mean, that's fair. There are some other not horrible platforms out there. I could also just go back to... That was a dumb mistake. I could go back to using just vanilla OBS, which I can't say it gave me issues like this before. And now that I'm using Stream Elements, I can kind of just do a lot of the stuff that Streamlabs was doing for me. So I might try that next time and see if it makes a difference. Because we used vanilla OBS when we streamed on YouTube. And yeah, we really didn't have any of these issues. So my thinking is that Streamlabs beta probably is just still just too much of a work in progress. I could also just try using Game Capture, which is what we used to record GDPG episodes with. So 11 coins? Come on, man, you're killing me. You know, I have 5 now, 6 now. Boop, boop, boop. Easy peasy. I guess I could have gotten that big jump. You know, I guess I could try streaming on like a little test Twitch, just so that that's the tough thing with testing anything on Twitch is just like, you know, you don't want people to have to like get a notification and be like, oh, so and so streaming, just to realize like, oh, well, actually, they're just testing their software. The fact that they can break through those stone walls is that makes it so much tougher in the area that's like predominantly stone. There we go. There we go. That's what's happening. Bam. 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 I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Oh. Ah, man. Boop. 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 Oh. 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 I guess he takes some time to reload. Oh my god. I keep mixing up the guys that shoot with the guys that run at you too. They look so similar, and I feel like that's probably exactly what the intent was. That's mean, though. Oh, that's why you don't kill the shopkeeper. So I guess I could just avoid that blade. But I don't know if you'd have enough time to pick up any of the shop items. I will take that free gold. Again was off screen. Oh, what happens when you kill the shopkeeper? Basically a giant buzzsaw appears and just follows you around the stage until you're dead. Which, like, it's pretty good incentive to not kill him. I guess that's what happens when you're the keeper of all powerful artifacts. I'll just take that easy win. Oh, now he sees. Ah, jumpy guys. See, there was a giant buzzsaw that just appeared at the very beginning of the level. That's what killed me that one time. I wonder if maybe the level spawned or generated weird and automatically killed the shopkeeper? Because that does seem kind of odd. Like that's not supposed to happen. You know, I guess talking about Dig Dug, which is what this game seems to at least derive its name or loose inspiration from. The challenge of Dig Dug was being able to be clever about how you maneuver around enemies in order to survive. And I think this game actually does a relatively good job at facilitating that similar style of challenge. So if that actually was the intent, they did a pretty good job. And actually have a good, like, difficulty curve, because Dig Dug was kind of hard just right off the bat. Dig Dug was a weird arcade game, though. It was pretty unique for its time. Oof. Going to avoid everything as long as I can. Oh, they shoot. Oh, and that guy had health. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be beat. Can be beat, it will be beat. If it can be beat, it will be beat. Ooh. Oh, man. I think if I were to balance this game, the only thing that I would tweak just a little bit... Oh, I thought I had him. The only thing I would tweak just a little bit is I would probably spawn enemies that drop health a little bit more often. Like, not a lot, just a tiny nudge more. And I get that they're probably really working off of the roguelikes are difficult kind of theme. But it happens so infrequently that it's like, well, it might as well almost never happen. Like, chances of me seeing any health in any particular world even once is so slim that it's like you basically can't ever depend on that as a mechanic. It's only there to be kind of nice for a longer term run. And maybe really that's the core idea, is for people trying to rank better on the leaderboards. But I don't know. I feel like from a design sense, it's sort of underutilized. Because then it's just like getting a good score based on RNG and not actually being good. Never played Dig Dug. A digging game I want to play is SteamWorld Dig. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, I played, I think it was SteamWorld Dig that I played. It was one of those kinds of games, though. And it was on the, I think I got it from a Humble Bundle or something on the 3DS. Maybe I also got it on the Wii U. It could have been both. There were a couple of those weird Nintendo downloadable bundles. But I had a lot of fun with it. It wasn't a great game, but it was fun as a time sink kind of experience. But I enjoy those games quite a bit in general. I like digging games where you kind of like, you know, gather materials and upgrade. That's why I like Hollow Knight or Moonlighter and, you know, games like that. Which I guess we never played Hollow Knight on the show, but we talked about it a lot and just never did it because it would take way too long to do a full playthrough. But I could stream some Hollow Knight. I would have a really good time with that one. That would also probably just be a long stream. I don't think you're thinking the right game. I don't think it's a Nintendo game. No, it wasn't made by Nintendo, but it was on Nintendo platforms. But it was I'm pretty sure an indie game. But it's the one with the robots that goes where you go mining. And like, you know, combat adventure kind of stuff. It's definitely also on Steam though. Like I've seen it there. I just got it on the Wii U for some reason. Ooh. Wow. Well, I mean, I guess I got a combo out of that, so that's cool. This is the one. I'm feeling it. It can be done, and it will be done. Ooh, risky business. It's definitely, ooh, one of the tricks with these kinds of games is like, it gets you in that death spiral where you do so good for so long, and then when you fail, you kind of feel like you need to get back to where you were in order to make up for all that time you just lost. And so you start getting clumsy because you're just playing too fast. Slippery slope. Oh, I killed him on accident. I didn't mean to do that. Well, I guess that wasn't the one. Yeah, I suppose maybe I'm spending too much time trying to kill everything too. I really don't have to. Ah. Ah. Okay. This isn't so bad. Easy peasy. So what if I only have one gold? Never needed it anyway. Oh, I got shot. But it's okay, because I cannot buy more HP. That's for sure. Man, they missed out on saying doggone on the game over screen. It's a pretty good point, actually. Maybe they were like, it's too cheeky. Whoop. Well, at least I got that health. Could be worse. Oof, that was close. Okay, well, I still can't buy anything. Wow, more HP is now 12. Yeah, really, it's just more and more incentive to just start from the very beginning, I guess. I almost wonder if the best way to go about this is to just, like, let the enemies come to you and take them out one by one, as you just sort of, like, you know, see which ones notice you and start actively trying to fight you. Oh, wow, the spikes actually killed that guy. Awesome. There we go. There we go. Oh. Oh. Oh, maybe this did. Oh, and that was health. What blew me up? Okay, well, so level 5 really is just like you're forever being chased by that saw blade. So that's good to know. And that it wasn't just a fluke. That's like really ramping up the difficulty immediately. Boop. And I'm gonna boop you. And I'm gonna go down here. There we go. Bam. And I got that coin. Yeah. I ain't afraid no ghosts. Saw blades are a dog's natural enemy. I'm inclined to agree. Oh. Oh. Could have had the world. Oh. Sometimes it lets you do a double dash. Maybe I just haven't quite figured that out. Oop, well. Tight corridors. Oh boy. And I'm gonna boop all of ya. There we go. Yeah, how many levels are there per world? I think there's maybe 4. This is 4. Never mind. 4-1. Boop, boop, boop. It would be kind of cool if the those diamond tiles broke through the stone, just as sort of a like clever way of being able to break through barriers. Oh boy, man, if this was my game, I would have doubled down on dog puns and humor, like ducks hunting you, evil mailmen, and fire hydrants, that kind of thing. You know, and I feel like most people probably would have done that too, and maybe that's why they didn't. Because I've definitely seen a pretty decent handful of games like that, like Balthazar's Dream. That was one of the games that we played on GDPG, and they kind of did that, but the game was also pretty serious, And so in a way, it almost was a disservice to its own design. And it kind of like makes it feel a little cheeky. So maybe they were just trying to like really facilitate the arcade experience in this and thought that, you know, anything like that would be more of a distraction and make it feel less like an inspiration, or like less like it were inspired from something like Dig Dug. And that's all speculation, obviously, but yeah, I don't know. It does seem like that would have been a pretty standard thing to do with this design. Whew. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm just going to restart that one. Boop, boop. The one nice thing I can do here that I can't do on Zelda, just restart when the going gets tough. I guess I could just like let myself die in Zelda, but you know, that feels less less good. Oh, well, later, dude. Oh, all right. All right, well, I can't do anything with those. There's a guy up there that's ready to hunt me down, but that's okay, because I'm just going to dig my way to safety. So going to make this a 1 o'clock stream? Nah. I think, whoops. I mean, I think I'll be able to beat this if I, like, stop being so, impatient. Of course, there could be more than the 5 worlds that I think there are. They might just like slowly add more as I get closer to that point, but I'm pretty sure there's only 5. Oh, wow, that went way deeper than I was expecting it to for some reason. Oof. Oh, I can't get up there either. I'm just gonna go this way. And like none of that happened. Man, how does he see me from so far away? Goodness. It's their jumping that really gets me too. Because they don't seem to... I can't... Yeah, I haven't figured out what defines when they jump. It might just be like they jump when I jump. But then I always seem to miss them when I attack them. So I don't know. Hey! Thanks for hopping in, Jen. You are late to the stream, but you also got home late, so that only makes sense. Bam. I will take that victory. Oof. Okay. I still can't buy anything. Perfect. Oh, oh. Or can I? Apparently now I can. Alright, Reflect or BuzzPal. Well, I never used BuzzPal, so I guess I'll use Reflect. Whatever that does. Boop, boop. Howdy! Game's about dogs and digging. Sounds legit. It is pretty legit. It's pretty simple design, but it's still pretty fun. It's one of those ones where it's like, yeah, you could probably... This game was probably more of a, like, experiment on, making like a random level generator, which is not easy, especially when you go this granular with like tile-based generation. And they just kind of made some simple mechanics to kind of support the actual level they were generating, and it worked pretty well. Well, the name of this game makes more sense. Yeah, they were pretty straightforward, which was kind of nice. Stop breaking through all these. There, I booped you. Hope you're happy with yourself. I don't know what this reflect is. Maybe the bark actually does a lot more than I realize it does. Sometimes simple is the best way to go. I completely agree, and also I should have been paying attention because I didn't realize I was in level 5. Oh boy. Gonna just constantly run away from this giant saw blade. There we go. I won't be able to read the chat probably while this is going on, so I'm super sorry. This is definitely the encouragement to dig fast. Oof. Oh no! Okay, but will it let me warp to level 5 now? That's really the question. The game has audio, but Chris is having audio pop when playing audio, so he muted it. Yeah, thanks for filling in the deets, Henry. Okay, so maybe it'll only let me spawn to that world if I get to, like, -3 of that world. Something like that anyway, who knows? Oop. I'm not worried, you won't last long, so we won't be neglected. Wow. I mean, you're not wrong, but wow. Oh, ye of little faith. Whoop. Woof. There we go. Hey, thank you for following, cool guy Dan. It's a great name. Woof. Woof. All right, I'm getting less terrible at quickly maneuvering around this, but not incredibly good. I won't make that promise. I'm throwing you no bones, sir. Get out of here, Henry. Also, heck yeah, give me some of that health. Oh. Their dang ability to break through stone. Every time. 3-point combo! Love your stream. You deserve way more views. Well, thank you. I'm glad you've been enjoying. Especially because I'm playing, you know, little indie games that maybe not a ton of people have seen. But I always like to try to give a little bit of love to these games where I can, even if I'm a little streamer too. Bam. All right. Give me some of them coins. And out of here. You get better mo better. I'ma get so better mo better. You're gonna wish I didn't better mo better. Ow. Ooh. Kind of a fun generated, like, pattern. Oops. Well, it was bound to end in failure after that. Yeah, I really wonder if the, that buddy saw blade ability just means you don't take damage from saw blades. I think if I get to a point where, like, say if I beat the game maybe I'll just stick around and see what some of these little abilities actually do. Whoop, woof. Okay, power dash, magnet, can't afford either. Out of here. He's a baby streamer. He needs his Wheaties to get big and strong. Followers? I mean, like, I guess that would be the streamer's Wheatie. Whoa! Did not mean to go a little crazy there. I feel like you could sell Wheaties with that theming and people would go crazy. They'd be like, yeah, streamy Wheaties! Ooh, boy. Just gonna gun straight for that. Okay. I almost have enough money to buy maybe anything. I feel like the minimum cost at this point is 6 coins. Of course he saw me first. Of course he jumped. Everything's fine. Everything is fantastic. Oh, I guess he died before coming down here. Whoop. I got a little gung-ho there. We're just gonna... Woof. That was close. Oh. Yeah. Sometimes you kind of like mean to dash sideways, but instead jump down, or vice versa. But that's more on me. I'm not blaming the game for that one. Yeah. Yeah. Really, I think I just need to stop being so gung-ho and actually play this carefully, the way they want. The way it was always meant to be played. Let's see. Yeah. Get that bone and get out of here. Gonna boop you. Gonna boop both of you. Gonna boop you, and you're gonna shoot at me. Oh, and you're gonna kill that other guy. There we go. Nice, nice. This is all working out pretty well. Boop you. Okay. Could probably make it. Oh no, I went one too far. Cool your hot dogs. You and the dog puns. I also need to cool my hot dogs. I could definitely get behind more dog puns in the game though. I feel like it would definitely, I don't know. It could have some charm to it, I guess. Oh, they always shoot me first. I'll probably get health. That's how this works, right? Boop. Boop you. Not really worried about that guy. Oh, worried about this guy, though. There we go. Oh! Yeah. Poor timing on that one. Oh boy. This is not a good situation to be in. Actually, you know what? I guess they can't dig down, so... I'll just kind of let them do their thing. Probably. Whoop. Oh, oof. Boop you. Gonna boop you. Yeah. So I guess they will die. That's right. Those are the ones that shoot. Every time. I always think those are the guys that dash and jump. But, so I guess enemies will die if they fall on spikes, but they can run through spikes. So I wonder if that's actually how it works for me, too. I try not to, like, test those waters, because you never know. But I have a hunch that'll be the case. Because why would you make that for just the enemies and not the player, too? I feel like that's generally how these things go. Plus, it's sort of a fun way of teaching the player how a mechanic works through the enemy design. It's like, oh, that's kind of clever. I'm not even gonna... Yeah. Better choices were made today. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, there it is. Woo! Okay, 4-3. Whoop. Just gonna get rid of you while I can. And boop you as well. Let you guys get booped yourselves. Alright. Get rid of this bat. Bats ain't nothing. Odd audio pop when you said I'm not even gonna. Really? Yeah, so it might be an audio driver thing. And it's just like the game audio just like sort of acts as a catalyst and causes it to happen a little bit faster. Oh, that guy had a heart. You know what? It's probably for the best that I just don't try to get that because there's more right here. Ooh. Well, I did not go fast enough. Man, level 5 is tough though. That is an interesting challenge. Whoa. Whew. Okay, well I don't have enough coins anyway, so I'm not even going to bother going to the shop. Man, that was a silly mistake. I'll roll with it. I'll see. Things work out, I'll get health. Oop. And jump in time. Either that or I guess it could legitimately just be Streamlabs OBS, which also seems incredibly likely. So yeah, next stream I'll definitely toy around with audio stuff before Sunday and see if I can get all that stuff resolved. But at least it's not popping as much. I love how the dog flips upward when he gets the bone. What an odd choice. Well, he also flips upside down when I do the like ground dash. I guess like he prefers to dig with his head. I mean, you know, I've had dogs it's 100% accurate. Oh, by the way, for anyone jumping in at this point, this is World 4 out of 5. So that's why things are a bit tougher at this point. World 1 was pretty super easy, and then, you know, they gradually ramp up the difficulty from there, as you might expect. Oh, I'm just going to restart that. That was poor choices. There we go. At least I'm more consistently getting through World 4 at this point. Really just a matter of like keeping my cool when we get to World 5, because that becomes nightmarish quick. Boop, boop. There we go. Don't listen to Chris. He's just... I am also bad at games. I absolutely won't, like... I won't reject that. Anyone that's seen me play Zelda 1 will be like, yeah, Chris has got a lot to learn. But I could be worse, right? Maybe, hopefully. Come on, Henry, back me up, man. Boop. 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 There we go. Yeah. Okay. Oh, nice. That spike guy actually ended up helping me. I should probably just not kill them, because I really can get away with not killing them. They often help me more than anything else. I am not in a good spot. Oh, no. How am I going to do this? Can I even do this? I don't think I can do this. If I'm lucky, I can... nope. There's no way. Oof. He needs space for improvement so he can do better, mo better. If I ever get that phrase trademarked, that'll be like, my life will never get any better than that. I'll just be like, yeah, There's no more room for improvement. Like, got a trademark slogan, even though my partner came up with that and not me. But I'll take it. Oh, well, that's what happens when you panic, Chris. Can't do that. Gotta keep doing better, mo better. Doot doot. All right. Nope. Don't know why I went for it. It's okay. Everything's okay. Bang. Chris Weiss, the dude that came up with Do Better Mo Better slogan. I'll get that on a t-shirt and I'll just wear that around Nathan all the time to be like, yeah, it was my slogan, Nathan. Definitely not yours. Bang. Nathan gets to spend his time working on making games anyway, so here I am being the schmuck who's just streaming games instead. Oops. Woo. There we go. Play things carefully. Whoop. Man, always with those guys. Okay, I guess we're going this way. Yep. Doing better, mo better. He'll then wear the I disagree shirt. I disagree, Chris. I mean, like, if he got that on a shirt, that would also just make me happy. Ooh, that was narrow. Oh, he was faster than I thought he would be. Oop, gotta get my money. Okay. Up. Right. Breakthrough stone. What they get to do. Bam. Ooh. Oh, spikes. That's definitely where they get you with the silhouetting. Yeah, it makes me wonder what those little, like, little claw-looking things are. It's supposed to be, like, rock formations, or are they shrubbery? Or is it just supposed to be interpretive? It kind of feels like an open alien egg. But maybe that's just my vivid imagination taking a little bit too much control. Whoop, there we go. There we go. Oh, it's another one of these. Yeah, there we go. Health. No. Oh, come on. Important to roll with the punches. That's basically my mantra for games like this. You can't laugh at your own mistakes. You're gonna have a real bad time. Yeah, I'm not afraid of you anymore. You hear that? I'm not afraid anymore. Important to roll with the snoot boops. Basically, because when they boop that snoot too hard, you just gotta laugh it off. I'll let them just boop themselves. That is A-okay with me. Oh, no. There we go. There we go. I'm sure this will be... Actually, you know what? This was fine. Spike pit traps, thank you for existing. Because honestly, they generally have been more useful than detrimental in my experience with this game. And I'm totally okay with that. I could have harvested those guys for coins, but let's be real. I'm not going to be able to buy anything before I die. Whoop. Don't jump too high. I'm not going to deal with that. I'm just going to go down here, pretend like everything is fine. And you know what? Everything is fine. Look at how awesome everything is. Woo! Oh boy, here we go. Okay. Speed run. Well, it was fun. Woo-hoo-hoo. Okay, well, 5-1. Go down this way. Do. Hey, look at that. Keep calm and dig. Put that on a t-shirt. Oh, no. I was doing so well that time. Well, I guess not totally well, but well enough. I guess that is the one nice thing about World 5 is you kind of blow through it super quick. So it's either, it's not going to drag on kind of like World 4 is where it's like, you got to play everything super careful, which I guess, now that I think about it, I kind of like that like duality between those two level designs. Having them side by side like that really, really like emphasizes both of their challenges more. That's smart. I dig that. Who knows if that was really the intent behind it, but it definitely worked out that way. I feel like there must have been that intent because that's why they have so many stone passageways. It's like you have to you can't just like dig straight down. You have to go through these like narrow zones before you get to where you need to go. Unlike all the levels before when you can just kind of dig everywhere. Yeah, that was smart. That worked out really well in the design. Oh, yeah, thanks for shooting him. Boop. Boop. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, I meant to go down. There we go. Oh, 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 oh. Ooh, that was close. I didn't keep calm enough. It's true, I didn't. But there's hearts. Every time I panic about hearts, I die. But not this time. Oh, but then I lose it. But I do have 11 coins, so maybe this time I'll actually be able to buy something. Maybe. Definitely not in World 5. Uh-oh. Where is... Oh, game. Game, why? I'm surprised I made that. Oof. That is definitely where random generated levels get tough. Those tiny situations like that. Oh, here we go. Yeah? Yeah? You wanna fight me? What up? Oop! Please don't shoot me. Oh, of course. Into the saw blade. You ever played Cool Dog Teaches Typing? I can't say that I've even heard of that. But, like, that sounds 90s and fantastic. So you have piqued my curiosity. Yeah, that was not a cool Chris run. Get out of here. Ah. Ah. Just a joke game making fun of typing games. I like typing games, as weird as that is. I wonder if it's like, because I played a lot of those games as a kid, like maybe it's this weird like educational nostalgia, but like Typing of the Dead, I don't know what it is, but I love that stuff. But also I love games that make fun of those because typing games are ridiculous. So I'm all about this idea. Yeah, I was gonna say Typing of the Dead. I mean, and that's like the big one that comes to mind, and that's because it was weird. And didn't that one release initially on the Sega Dreamcast? This is such a weird entry in that world of games. But I know they re-released it on Steam too. But there's a whole like gambit of games like that. Like Epistory is one. We played God of Word on GDPG at one point, and mind you, I played very poorly. But yeah, those games can be kind of fun in the weirdest ways. Give me that sweet life juice. Thank you. Yeah, I'm okay with you falling to your death. Whoop. Whoop. Not something you say every day. That worked out miraculously. Nice. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. All I'm gonna say is, it was really fun saying that on the Zelda stream when there was ghosts. I finally had the correct context. Although I guess the more correct context would just be playing a Ghostbusters game. Alright. Doing better this time. I actually have 2 health. I now have 1 health. And of course there's a store. Just to take a quick look. Just to see if maybe it will let me spawn there. It will! Yes, okay, so now we're just going to start at World 5. So I wonder if it's like a, you know, get there enough times and then you can just warp there. If that's the case, I kind of like that because it sort of makes sure that you're good enough. Right, he has spikes on his head. I'm glad I picked this game for the stream. Honestly, I was a little worried that it would go really quick and it would be simple. And I mean like, or too simple, right? But it's definitely been fun. I'm into this. Come on, where is it? Give me that bone. Throw me a bone! Those are the jokes I should have been making this whole time. Just throw me a bone, man. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Here we go. I think this is the last one, yeah? Coins. Wow, that was an easier one. Oh, final level? Or do we just cycle now? Oh, so maybe there are more levels. Interesting. Go down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. No! Ah! Okay. Yeah, let's see what that looks like. So there's that. Are there more? Unless it's one of those, like... It could just loop. It did kind of seem like it. And that would be a good way of kind of keeping the game cycles going. and getting like more interesting experience out of the game. The only downside really is that you never really know if there is an end point unless you like look it up. I wonder if this was maybe what the initial design of the game was, and they realized it was too tough, so they were like, let's find a way of like making this easier, or maybe just like not add the saw blades in until much later on. You know, after the player has gotten a sense of how the game works. Because now at this point, it's like, yeah, I pretty much know how all the core mechanics work, so it's just a matter of executing it well and quick. But also, you know, knowing how to juke the saw blades. But it definitely justifies those speedy mechanics, which I'm super into, because otherwise it's like, those almost felt like they were underutilized for most of the experience. Ooh. Oh, hey, look. It actually broke through the shop. I guess I could use that to my advantage. Yeah, look at that. Whoop. Oh, I'm super into this idea now. Yeah, where's that shop at? Give me all your stuff. Whoop. Oh, so the saw blades don't kill you in one hit. Have you ever played The Swindle? Just getting mild hints of this. And that the enemies that chase you and smash through tiles until you get caught. I definitely have not played that game. I don't know if it sounds familiar either. But it sounds interesting. Oh no, oh no. Bah. Dead Chris. Whoops. Starting off strong. Magnet, reflect. How about you reflect on your failures? Come on, get up there. There you go. That's how you not do a bad job, Chris. Man, this is going to get really tough, though, when we get back up to World 4. Oof. Ooh. Oh, hey, look at that. Keep digging that dog. Oops. Yeah, because this is the World 2 color scheme. Ooh. So the ultimate decider will be if it hits the World 3 color scheme in the next zone. Oh, that was close. Oh, and these things now have so much more value because you kind of want to hit those triangles or those diamond things in order to just like dig faster. Oh man, I was so close to seeing the next world. Oh, I didn't even see that guy in there. Boop. Oh. Oh, but it is still using enemies, though, from later on, so, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it still sort of makes sense in the context. I think this game does a lot right for a roguelike. It'd be good short game to stream, indie 2D Stealth platform steampunk theft game. Interesting. I'm not usually much for stealth games, though. Not that I dislike them. I just tend to have a hard time with them. Metal Gear Solid definitely was more of my jam, but I feel like that's because it's just about everyone's jam. At least anyone that's into any level of stealth. Plus, MGS was sort of... they had a lot of other interesting stuff going on, so even if you're not super into stealth, there's still more to get out of that. But I'll still have to check that out either way. Oh, come on. Womp womp. Oh, don't jump on me. Don't do that. Still haven't played any of those games. Are you talking about Metal Gear? Wow. That was doomed for failure. Whoop. This game that never ends. We just saw your blades. Oh, blades that chase your doggo friend. Basically. Metal Gear Solid was really fun. I genuinely don't know if you would like them, Jen, but also I could definitely see you liking them. They have very convoluted storylines, but in a very, like, anime-esque kind of way. They're fun. They're definitely fun, though. They like breaking the fourth wall a lot, too. Stop playing after 3. 3 was the best, in my opinion. I really liked 3. But I also get why people weren't super fond of it, because it was sort of a weird... It switched things up in a way that I think a lot of players weren't expecting, but also so did 2. So, to me, that's not so surprising. I think 2 I just didn't really care for. But I also just hated Raiden. He's an annoying character, which is exactly what he was supposed to be. Just like... I appreciate that they like played a bait and switch with Snake, and then they actually made an interesting story out of it. But I just hated Raiden. There wasn't much to much to enjoy about his character design, in my opinion, at least. Woof, that was close. Okay. Oh, Spike Eyes. Yeah, so it really isn't like any other levels show up here. So yeah, I guess it must just loop. So then the real question is, should I try to start from World 1 and see what the best score is that I can get and, you know, just kind of play the rest of the stream like that? Or should I just go from, you know, Disaster Zone and see how deep that rabbit hole goes? What do you guys want to see? Oh, hey, there it is. So, fastest loop. So it definitely does loop. I mean, I'm not on there, so maybe I didn't loop. Could also check out what Free Dig is like. I think you should put Old Yeller down. Yeah, you don't want to watch anymore? I guess I could stream something else, too. Do whatever brings you joy. I mean, I'm pretty much up for anything. Wow, so Free Dig really is just like... find the location. Oh, okay, so there are some enemies here. So I guess it's just like a slower build-up. Well, maybe I will try getting a high score and explore what some of these other upgrades do. Because I'm curious. This easy mode is very weird too. I'm not really sure what I should be doing. Or really what I should be expecting out of this. Hmm. Yeah, alright, well I guess I'll just go back to normal mode. Dig dog. Level 1. Time to get rusty again. Oh yeah, fastest loop. That would mean that they definitely do have a time tracking system. That's good to know. Yeah, yeah, come down here. I want that coin! But yeah, this hasn't been the most engaging stream this time around. Even though this game may be fun to play, it doesn't translate to the same watching it. That's coming down from a duder watching you play this for 2.5 hours. I mean, and that's totally fair. That's sort of been my concern with some of the indie games that people send me. Because it's like, well, it would be fun to kind of like show them off. But I'm not quite sure what the right balance is of, you know, streaming indie games and kind of seeing what clicks and doesn't click. And generally, I've kind of donned the attitude of like, okay, well, if I pick an indie game for Wednesday, I'm just going to play it until its fullest, and then that will be the stream for Wednesdays. And I guess like I was trying not to start and stop the stream too many times, right? So if I load up a different game, need one more coin. So if I load up a different game, I don't want to have to like stop the stream and then start back up, because people just kind of fall out whenever you do that, and you know, I don't want it to be unengaging on that level too. So I don't know. I guess maybe should I just like curate the indie games on Wednesday a little bit more to just things that might be more interesting to stream? Or do you think you as regular viewers, would you rather see you know, a game played a little bit, and if it's not super interesting to watch, just me shift gears to a different game, and we'll just like kind of go through the docket of all the indie games in the list, because I have a ton that have been sent to me. And I wasn't necessarily planning on playing through all of them, but if I do start churning through games faster, like multiple games per stream night, I might just play some of those for like, you know, 30 minutes or so, just to kind of like see me be miserable playing some like not so great looking games, and then, you know, play 30 minutes of that, jump to something else, and you know, play a super cool and interesting indie game. Maybe you could post a poll on Twitter. Oh, I thought I had that guy. Maybe you could post a poll on Twitter the day before and ask the Tuesday stream what they want. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I'm just worried that not a lot of people on my Twitter feed actually watch the streams, but I guess that might be a good way to incentivize them to watch. So that's maybe not the worst day. Well, I mean to say that is a good idea. I'm just worried, like, what if people don't actually respond to the polls too? And it's like, oh man. Then it's just a matter of like, well, then I guess it's just sort of up to me, and then we sort of end up in that same boat. Hmm. Yeah, and it sort of goes back to like, how do I facilitate people that send me game keys too, because I don't want to always leave them hanging if I can showcase their stuff. Yeah, that's tough. I mean, like, this is all stuff I've been thinking about already, but that's why your guys' feedback is super nice too, because it lets me know, like, maybe where things could be better. And, like, all things considered, I could also just turn Wednesdays into another Chrono stream. So, like, Tuesdays are Zelda. I could always turn Wednesdays into, like, Mario or, anything else, really. I probably won't do a Chrono stream of Mario because that would take years to do. That might work, but Chris has a knack at picking interesting indie titles that I never heard of. Be more inclined to vote on games I do know. Yeah, and that's sort of what we hit with GDPG, actually. When we had that voting system, whenever indie games were on that docket, nobody ever voted for them because they had never heard of them. So it was never really something that was considered. And I think that's why I sort of gave up on polls to begin with the exception of some of the stuff for the Chrono stream, but that I kind of figured had a more engaged audience anyway. Ooh boy. Of course. I jump up and get hit anyway. Oh, I guess I could do this. Ooh, and health. I will absolutely take advantage of that. Bang. There we go. Oh man, this big jump is so nice. Let's see. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I could just keep trying different things with the indie stuff. I do like streaming indie games. I think on Twitch, indie games in general just kind of suffer because it's not really something that people look for. It's like when I played Oh Dear. It was like, no one really showed up. The developers retweeted me, but that was after the stream was already done. It's like, well, I would hybrid it. Maybe have 2 or 3 games lined up, and when you start feeling like one game has run its course, you could ask the folks what you to switch over to the second or third game. I could do that. That way, if something clicks, it's like, well, I could just keep that going longer. Even if I already had 2 other games in the dock, it's like, well, we'll just play them next stream. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. That way it gives you guys a little bit more control too, and you can always, it's pretty easy to vote in the chat, so I like that idea. Man. Okay, yeah, I'll toy with that idea, I think. That might be good too for cases like there are a lot of little random indie games or other games that I have planned for Sundays that you know, with Sundays kind of being the random day, that's the day I have planned to like stream with other people if they're free. So that schedule is probably going to change around a lot. So say like I really get into Kirby Star Allies or Minute, that other Zelda-like game that I was looking at. Maybe instead that could be better incorporated into the Wednesday streams instead, and then just Saturdays are just purely random. Big jump, reflect. I'm going to do big jump. Ooh, he's back. Oh, I thought these guys fell down for some reason. Oh, I could get big jump again? Will that actually do anything? Oh, that's one way to find out. Oh, it doesn't double up. That's kind of lame. I disagree, game. Like, this game I'm getting really tired of, only from a viewer standpoint. No enemies, visuals hasn't changed, no draw and sing. What comes next due to lack of story. This is getting repetitive, basically. Not meaning to whine, just being informative. No, and that makes sense. And that was sort of my initial concern with playing this game to begin with. Yeah. Yeah, so maybe I really should just plan these games to be like little 30-minute bursts rather than, you know, something for the full 3 hours. Which, honestly, I think that makes more sense. Because that even happened with Oh Dear, and I played that for 45 minutes, beat it, and then just kind of like, you know, poked around a lot more for that remaining 30 minutes of that stream. And I'm sure that's not as interesting at that point because, you know, you've seen the end. The rest is just like the same old, same old. So that makes sense. I appreciate that feedback. But also, I'm glad that you enjoyed watching this game, even if it did get redundant. Ooh, health. We'll definitely take that. Come on. Alright, well, I'll make this my last run then, in that case. And I think after that, I'll just call the stream. But, we'll plan that for next Wednesday. Oh, I goofed up. Power dash? Ooh, I am really close to getting that. That power dash is really nice. Just big. Find some coins. Oops. There we go. Give me that power dash. Yeah. I can break everything. I gotta say, lack of sound definitely hindered this game. Sound was fun in this game. Yeah, I agree. Maybe next time I'll try streaming off of the laptop, or playing on the laptop but streaming off the desktop, and see if that's any better. It is such a weird issue to have, though. Maybe I also just need to update my audio drivers. It could be as simple as that, honestly. Ooh, that's right. This is where the shooty guys appear. Ah, well, that's it. Good run. Big dog. Well, for anyone else watching, either in the archive or, you know, if there are secret other people watching, check out Dig Dog. I mean, it's fun. I don't know, I don't remember how much it's selling for, but you know, if it's not too much, it's fun for a little bit. But cool, thank you guys for watching and hanging out. Sorry it wasn't the most interesting. You are the other people. Well, in case people watch this on the YouTube, which they probably won't, because no one really likes watching stream archives, I think. Like, you only really watch that if you, like, really were invested in something and wanted to see it. And that's fine. But yeah, cool. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I'll see you on Sunday. Until then, take it easy.